All right, who's ready for another fight? Making his way to the blue corner, Izzy, Soaring Eagle Soto. And his opponent, the man, Eman Tash.
This is the last bout that we have that is not a professional or a title bout, but I think we got a good one here. Ken is going to introduce our combatants.
Featherweight bout, 3 3-minute rounds of amateur MMA action, brought to you by Eman, janitorial services, supplies, and equipment. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's fighting out of Janesville, Wisconsin, representing Fearless MMA, Izzy, Soaring Eagle Soto. His opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's fighting out of Madison, Wisconsin, representing Capital City MMA, the man, Eman Tash.
Eman Tash versus Izzy Soto. Izzy Soto, the Soaring Eagle is his nickname. We'll see if he can fly high in this one as he puts up his 2-3 amateur record against Eman Tash, who is 1-0. Soto fighting out of Fearless MMA out of Janesville, which is run by Patrick Delgado, who's right next to me over here. And wow, both of these guys opening up big.
Oh, gosh.
And the mouthpiece goes flying from Tash as Soto continues to rain down blows, and that's a big problem there for Tash, and I'm surprised that he hasn't been allowed to get that mouthpiece back in.
That just was a barrage, Rich. 10 seconds into the fight. I don't know how in the world Tash survived that. He's not out of it yet, but boy, oh boy, that was an elbow and about 3 hammer fists right to the mug. I don't know how he's still in this.
What a flurry. I mean, it really, for both guys just to come out swinging like that, and Izzy Soto still in control here. Tasho able to get up on his feet and then gets dumped right back down.
Yeah, now a little mat return, just, a body lock from behind, drop the hips, spins him down. It was beautiful technique. I'm impressed. This Soto coming out here.
Again, you might be able to hear Soto's corner. That is Patrick Delgado, who is next to me. The Ghost Man has been in main events in this very cage before. Some of the best. His fight against Mark Lemminger, I think, is still legendary here at Monona Terrace, and he is shouting out instructions for Soto as now the mouthpiece able to go back in for Eman Tash.
Yeah, you see him using that head as a weapon. That's smart right there, right? Get it below the chin, stretch out the neck, get it easier to apply a chokehold or a grip there.
Yeah, later on in our pro bounce, you'll see elbows coming into play and then using the forearms to kind of scrape across the head as well. You're not going to see that in the amateur bouts, but like you said, yeah, the head's a good idea to throw it in there.
Very underrated weapon in the cage, and it's the it's the hardest part of your body is the top of your head. It's a leverage, the neck. You've never seen a wrestler with a skinny neck, Rich. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. As both guys trading blows here in the center of the cage. So Tash, even though he's on his back, has been able to land some right hands into Soto. Soto continuing to try to drive Tash into the mat, and some instruction going on here. So I was talking with one of the judges, Gabe Sabatis, during the breaks, and what he was saying is, yeah, it's great to be in control, but you also have to get some damage going as well. Otherwise, you just don't score that well. And so Soto trying to score, and what it did is it allowed Tash to get back up, and then Soto going for the takedown once again of Tash, who's not been able to get back up on his feet for very long.
This has been a dominating opening round here by Izzy Soto. Tash
got that opening flurry.
To breathe.
Yeah. Yep, and since that time has been in control. Tash now up against the cage. That's not a spot where you want to be at either, as we have seen on some of these guys, like some cuts on their side, and a lot of that comes from the chain link, as now Tash able to get a reversal right here at the end of round number 1. So a good one and action-packed as both fighters return to their corners. Round 2 is straight ahead from Monona Terrace on TW.
I can't believe he's still in this fight.
The opening of this round was glorious as we take another look at it, and wow, there went the mouthpiece from Eman Tash, and man, that was a good opening barrage right there from Soto.
That's 15 seconds into the fight, and I think the real story of that first round, Rich, is that Eman Tash is answering the bell for the second round. I thought this fight was going to be over in 30 seconds.
Tash able to weather the storm, and actually looks pretty good coming out here, bouncing around, coming out of his corner as we await the cage being locked again. There we go. The pin is in, and round number 2, here we go from Monona Terrace. Packed crowd here as always, as they are trying to cheer Tash on, and Tash with a couple of lefts, he drops Soto. Soto in trouble right now as Tash getting in a bunch of shots, rights and lefts in on Soto, and Soto trying to still get closer, but it is Tash right now who is landing the blows.
Just like the start of the first round, Rich, they both come out swinging. The difference is this time it's going Tash's way.
Absolutely. Tash tried to kick, got off balance, and that might have cost him right here as Soto able to come in looking to dump Tash once again and get another takedown. Tash trying to stay on his feet where he's done damage here early on in round number 2. Get another great sellout crowd here at Monona Terrace cheering these fighters on.
And as bad of a start of this fight as it's been for Eman Tash, you're almost erasing it here, Rich, in the second round, and this is a brand new fight right now.
Absolutely. As Tash weathered the storm in round number 1, now it is Soto trying to do the same here in round number 2. Back and forth we go. Soto not letting Tash breathe right now. All he's trying to do is suck the air out of him and push him up against this cage, and Tash doing a good job of reversing that right now. Now you can use your body leverage to try and lean in on the other fighter and maybe even land a knee or two here. What I don't see a lot of guys doing, which maybe they should do a lot of, using that knee into the thigh area. Man, oh man, that does a lot of damage. We have not seen a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it hurts, but I can tell you from experience, you get a solid kick to the side of your thigh, you are limping for 2 days after that. It is really underrated pain.
Absolutely, and the mouthpiece comes out once again, as I believe that's Tash's mouthpiece that is back out. And, man, that's one of those things, too. That can get you a warning if that thing comes out too easily. I didn't see a real forcible blow that dislodged that, and so I'm wondering why that mouthpiece came out so easily.
Yeah, the first round, definitely, it was rocked. That one, I think you're right. I think it just fell out. I didn't see any contact there.
So Soto trying to get Tash off his feet once again. Our referee has that mouthpiece in his hand and trying to maybe get it back to Tash if there is a spot that he can do so. One of the things about those mouthpieces, yeah, I know they can be clumsy and sometimes it's hard to breathe with them in your mouth. They also do help with concussions quite a bit.
Oh, big time, big time.
So
nice
now the knees coming in by Tash. And a good job of using them against Soto. Soto, the soaring eagle, has been grounded here in round number 2. Final 10 seconds of round number 2 coming up as Tash now gets the takedown, drives Soto's head into the mat as the final seconds elapse here in the second round. A good one for the man, Eman Tash, who bounces back in this fight. The third and final round is next on TW. Got to get a couple of those in.
Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Next.
Next. Eric Rogers absolutely, he still does that when I see him.
He stole it from me. I was using it.
You made Eric Rogers.
That was my neck. I love the necks. He took that from me.
He did. I'm like, dude, that's riches.
A lot of action in round number 2 and a good flurry of punches by Eman Tash and really landing here on Soto. Boy, you see the close-up shots right there. Great job by our cameramen here tonight, catching all of the action of Chosen Few Fighting Championships number 27. And we are into the third round of this amateur bout between Soto and Tash, fighting at 145 pounds. And again, Tash coming out looking the fresher of the two fighters to start the round. And again, a flurry ensues as both guys whirlwind Tasmanian devil-like throws to start round number 3. Boy, it's like a replay of the second and the first round.
Yeah, these guys clearly have an idea of what they both want to do to start. And I will quote the great LL Cool J for Eman Tash. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I mean, this guy was dead to rights 20 seconds into the fight, and this is two different fighters we're seeing here, Rich.
Absolutely.
Strong leg kicks there from Tash.
Soto trying to come back in this one. You said don't call it a comeback for Tash. Soto needs one now. Not a lot of steam on those shots that he was able to land a second ago. Tash trying to make it a good day. That's not an LL Cool J. That's an Ice Cube.
Right. I got you. I'm very well versed in my 90s rap, Rich.
We try to bring that into each and every broadcast because that's what Gen X people do. We're less than 2 minutes for this fight right now. Both guys seem to have run out a little bit of steam here. They opened up the round with a bevy of punches, but as of right now, we're doing a little dancing right in front of us.
And the crazy thing is, Rich, I say this is a winner-take-all round because clearly you have to say Soto won the first round, and I would say Tash won the second round. So it comes down to, are they going to dance or are they going to try and say, hey, look, one of us has to separate here in this third and final round?
One thing that you do see from a lot of guys, especially from amateurs, not reserving energy for that last round. And so usually I think they expect the fights to be over soon as a kick actually didn't go Tash's way.
Nice recovery by Tash.
Able to get back up, and then a good left and a right snuck in through the guard of Soto as well.
Yeah,
Here
Soto's
comes
hurt. He's
Eman
hurt.
Tosh.
Soto's hurt.
Good right. Soto had to eat that one, and Soto's in trouble here.
He's wobbling. If I'm Tash, I'm all over him right now with 40 seconds to go.
Tash now trying to land that decisive blow has really got the upper hand here in round number 3, especially when they've been trading blows. Now Soto coming back in. The thing about Soto's blows right now, they just don't seem to have a lot behind them. He's taking a look at the clock.
He's watching the clock.
Yeah, he wants this fight to be over at this point. And he's just trying to get through it. I tell you what, when it's like that, 20 seconds can seem like 20 years. Soto holding on, trying to keep Tash from being able to land some final blows here in round 3 as the
Your nickname might have to be the Cat, Rich, because Eman Tash showed 9 lives here tonight.
There you go.
Fight.
I love it. They call him the man. He might have to switch his nickname as he and the Soaring Eagle showing mutual respect here at the end of an action-packed thriller. A 3-round good one in the amateur ranks, and we will have the decision for you after this on TW. Yeah, let's do it. Checking out the replay from round number 3. We thought Tash got the better of Soto. The thing is, when Soto's throwing, those are just arm punches right there. There's not a lot behind those. And this was a mistake early on in the round by Tash. But look how he kicked out of that.
And that really preserved the round because after that, I think Tash was far more the aggressor, Rich. And you saw, Soto watching the clock there about the last 40 seconds. And I just think the comeback was
Soto
real here
was
for
up in the
Eman
air
Tash.
like a kid getting an airplane ride. You know those things where you get the you get your uncle or something to put his feet up and hold on your arms and you do the airplane thing. That was a good job by Tash to be able to kick on out as we go up to Ken for the decision.
That was one heck of a fight. Let's give him a big round of applause. After 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29, 28. For your fighter, fighting out of the red corner, the man, Eman Tash.
And I think that's how we saw it as well, Joe, as it really just seemed like, hey, that first round went to Soto. After that, Tash was in control of the fight.
And really, it could have been over. I keep harping on it, Rich. Could have been over really in 30 seconds. I give all the credit to Eman Tash. That's a gutsy win.
How you feeling? There's the camera right there.
Pretty good. That was pretty wild. I didn't visualize that it was going to be so wild and hectic, but I did my thing.
What was going through your head when you got knocked down in the first round?
Honestly, I didn't even realize I got knocked down. I was just kind of like, you gotta get up, you gotta do something. Can't end, can't end like that.
You guys really put on a show tonight. This is one of the better fights I've seen in quite some time.
Hey, appreciate it, man. I gotta give a shout out to the Soaring Eagle, Izzy Soto. He did his thing too. Man, he dropped me, so, you know, he definitely did his thing. I just had to, show that I have grit and that I have heart also.
Yeah, that was definitely a performance of heart on both sides. Looking forward to seeing you fight again. I'm sure that'll happen soon.
Yeah, definitely will.
All right, the man, Eman Tash.
Eman Tash is now 2-0 in his young amateur career. Stay tuned. We got more action straight ahead on TW.